YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Coffee Shop Tycoon, episode 2. So yeah, the response to our initial episode was quite positive, so I decided, hey, let's turn this into a little series here. So we are once again back at our little corner coffee shop at Pinstar. Let's assess our situation before we unpause here. We've got decent supplies, good amount of beans, decent amount of prepared coffee. Don't want to junk the this one yet. We'll let them drink it dry. We've got enough regular blend to make some more cups of that. Let's see. Cash is doing pretty well. Now, if I remember correctly, one of our employees, by virtue of us not paying a lot for the initial hire thing, is, yeah, look at Maureen here is really, really good. She's really, really good. In fact, we could probably give them a little bit of a boost with a little higher salary here. The other thing this does is when they level up, they immediately have a higher salary expectation, but you can't change their salary until the next month because I guess you already paid out that. So they're going to be kind of less effective until you can properly give them a raise. But by over giving them what they want now, not only do they get a performance boost, but they also are a little bit insulated from the downsides of that. But of getting going up a level and having a higher salary expectation, but not being able to meet that expectation right away. Now, this guy's a little behind the curve here. His barista skills are lacking. So let's give them some training. Now there are different levels of training, but you can only give the highest level training to whatever level the employee is. So since he is level 2, we can only give him level 2 trainings. And we want the Mr. Barista, which is good. Gives them +3 speed, +6 barista for 4,500. That works. Now, their stats temporarily, while they are doing on-the-job training, are lowered. But as you can see, training goes pretty quickly, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Hang on, let me just adjust the sounds here, because I know someone had made a comment about that. Getting a nice little boost of people here. There we go. Now we get the ka-ching of the cash register. Oh, wow, we're going for a double dip here, too. Ooh, we are getting busy. Okay, good. Luckily, our cashier person is doing well. We're selling through our food, which is good. Still have ample pots of coffee. Now, there is a time stat that ticks up the longer it actually takes them to get to their things. Oh, yeah, more money? Yes, please. But, as you can see, if they get their service quickly, the time stat is very short, which is actually good as far as their rep goes. But the people have a decent amount of patience when it comes to waiting for their coffee. Not infinite patience, but a decent amount. Alright, things have slowed just a touch. I think that means it is time to do some marketing. Let's do lots of marketing. Lots of marketing. We're going to combine all 3 of these and get just tons of boosts. It's only temporary, but that does generate new patrons, or more patrons than we normally get. Alright, and we get a reputation boost. Excellent. And we have higher decor expectations. Well, I am happy to fulfill that. We're going to keep doing our thing with the one table, one chair thing here. And you know what? We're going to buy 2 tables and 2 chairs. And you know what? While we're at it, why don't we give people a menu? Just a basic menu. And we're perfect on decor now. Excellent. This guy must be really enjoying his coffee. He's on the edge of his seat. So yeah, the boost is just sort of an arbitrary number, but it as you can see, it magnifies the number of people and the rate that they come in. And keeping our coffee shop super busy is exactly what we want. How is our beans? Oh, we're running low on a regular blend. Yeah. Let's order some more regular blend. I mean, it's still fresh, but we're going to have to brew some soon. Fortunately, you can't keep the cups that are in there. Yeah, we're about to get a whole bunch more people. Let's order that regular blend now so we have it 30 seconds from now. At least our tables are all getting used nicely. Still 2 of 8. What you don't want to do is run completely out of coffee-flavored coffee. Yeah, we'll let our person digest this crowd before we do any more advertising. Maybe 1 fewer ad campaign, since they're causing people to wait for a little bit. All right, 1 of 8. You know what? I mean, I kind of want them just to sell out of that, but there's no guarantees that they will. Oh, well. Ask and ye shall receive. Brew us a fresh container, please. We could also use some food. Alright, so why are you unhappy? The flavor is not so good. Well, flavor is a little bit different because I don't really have a lot of control over that. She probably wanted the La Italia. Yeah, bitter. They wanted the bitter. Bitter, sweet, sour. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't be using the regular blend. Maybe I should be going for a split of Lume and La Italia. I mean, I know we just ordered the regular kind. But maybe after we finish up the regular blend, we'll replace it with Lume. Or with Italia. Get a wider range of flavors represented so we're more likely to meet the flavor profiles of our various patrons. Cutting in line there. Cut in line, I'll take what's mine. Alright. Speed things up just a smidge. Alright, food's ready. Do we have anything that we need to unlock? No, we have unlocked everything that we can at this level. We'll get to level 4 and that'll give us a whole new gambit of things to unlock. But for now we're on top of things. Yeah, we'll just let them go through the regular blend here. I might even, when they use up the Lume, might brew another thing of regular blend for the base coffee, just to use it up quicker, so that we can replace it with La Italia. I mean, I guess I could get La Italia now. I mean, there's nothing stopping me. But then stuff is going to go stale, and we want to use up what we got first. We do not want stale coffee here. That is no bueno. We could also do some advertising to just get a rush of people here. Yeah, I'm going to wait for this last Lume coffee to get used up. Then we'll brew another batch of the regular blend. Again, just to use it up quicker. There we go. Now we have only 4 regular blend for just regular drinks, which is fine. Those will get used up in time. And then at which point we can order a supply of the Italia. And we want you to use this one first, since these are both the same one. That way we can get a different flavor of regular blend in here. And also this one's slightly older, so we want them to use it up first. Wow, we've already blown through half our food, which is good. I mean, that's good profits. We are making a fair bit of bucks here. Let's do marketing. Let's see how our crowds are with just the first 2. Yep, 2 of 8. Oh yeah, how's the rest of our beans going? Speaking of Lume, yeah, we're out of Lume. Let's order some of that. Okay. So now this is regular blend. We could do a pot of Italia. That works. And then we'll do once the other pot is completely depleted of the regular blend, we'll put Lume in there. All right, level 4. New items. Well, we got a lot of money, but we're about to spend a lot of money in upgrades here. So we got new foods. Now, how much? We have room for 1 more food item, so let's make it count. So what do I like more of all of these? The chocolate donuts, not bad. Blueberry scones, not bad. Or the croissant. You know what? All of these are kind of sweet. The croissant is more savory. So I'm going to go croissant. And we will add that to you. There are bigger things that allow you to get more food items on them. I mean, we could get that now if we wanted to. We could certainly get that, the fancy counter. But you know what? For the first level, the starter counter has exactly what we need. It has exactly enough equipment for us, so we don't necessarily need to go to the fancy counter. We can unlock more foods later. What I do want to do is, yeah, now there's a whole bunch more of these that we can get. It is summertime, so let's unlock the summer drinks. So the cappuccino frappe, the frozen caramel. Wow, that was expensive. Dang. And the mocha frappe. These are expensive drinks to research, but I will. We researched what we could. Let's get them on the menus. And actually, we should only have to update one menu here, because those were both summer-specific drinks. Oh, you already added it to my summer menu. Well, thank you, game. Oh, no. That was just the general menu. There we go. We are using seasonal menus. Perfect. All right, yeah, since those are summers, we don't want to add them to any of the other seasons, so we're good. We'll make back our cash quick enough. All right, we got our thing. Get invited to the Du Latte Awards. These are sort of like an end-of-year thing. I forget what triggers the invite, but in my practice game, it didn't take too long. It was not too difficult to get invited. Now, actually winning the awards are another matter. Oh yeah, we got to get some food. Yeah, we're tearing through this even before the food goes stale, so that's good. How are we on bean supply? So Italia, we're tearing through that. That's good. Lume is good, and yeah, we stopped carrying the medium roast here, so that works. I mean, there's still a couple of units in the pot, but that's all right. We'll let those get drunk naturally, and then we'll fully convert. Actually, what's our Lume? Oh yeah, we got tons of Lume, so that will replace here. Someone get an inspiration? Customers more likely to order twice. Excellent. Double prizes. We're still good on our our decor requirements. All right, let's do a flyers plus social media. Because my ideal here is that our cashier is constantly busy, but the line doesn't back out the door, because then that lowers people's ratings because they have to wait longer. I'm getting a little low. There we go. Okay. So Lume is getting brewed in that pot. Boy, we're running out of beans just in general. Wow, our shop must be like a regular spot for that show. Hey, I'll take the cash whenever I can. It's odd that they don't give me any free boost, but I guess that's asking for a bit much. All right, so we need more La Italia. Because now the only beans. All right, we got our objective complete, and we can go to our next location. Now, before we go to our next location, I do want to get this store up to 5 stars. Both for a couple of reasons. One, it allows us to... We have a good, stable money-making shop here, but also to get a new store up and running, especially with more advanced equipment, you really, really want a good, healthy amount of cash in the bank, because you have to buy all new equipment for your new shop. Now, you do get a passive income from this shop, so all the work that we put into this little corner stand doesn't, isn't going to go away or be rendered meaningless. Let's see, yeah, La Italia. As soon as they empty that carafe, we'll be good. What do you got? Quality improved. So now here's another time when you really want to blitz advertising, because you want a lot of people to come in and then get hit with that higher quality bonus that he's rocking right now. So let's go to marketing, and bada boom, bada bing. We're going to go full bore here. All right, did you order the right one? No, you didn't. I mean, you can just dump this one and make it so that you don't have... Actually, you know what? I'm going to dump it and make a fresh pot now so that we have max capacity for when all the crowds come pouring in. And there's our promotion. Now, see, this is what I was talking about. All right, so her salary is still less, but it's not as bad as it was. previously, or would have been if we had just left her at her baseline. But this is not a good time for her to have the negative performance boost. But I gotta wait till month 8 in order to adjust her salary. Alright, we are in need of... We're in need of some Lume. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit before we order that. Man, they are tearing through my coffee-flavored coffee. I'm glad I did that little gambit here. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to order some Lume. And then when I refill that air pot, it'll be with the fresh stuff. I don't want to order food too quickly. All right, see, like a little line, always healthy. And then yeah, double doubles. Always like the double doubles. All right, the Do Latte Awards. I don't think we're going to necessarily win this, but it helps. Welcome to the Do Latte Coffee Shop Awards. The winner for this year's award is... Tours! So not us. Pinstar Bucks ranked 14th. Good luck next year. Keep improving your reputation. That's fine. Hey, where's my No Deaths award? I technically didn't kill any... Oh, wrong game. Alright, finally used that up, and that's the Italia, so we want a fresh pot of Lume in this. Alright, let's order some food. We'll order it when we get to 2. Just because I don't want to suddenly have a bunch of people decide to not order any of that. We have enough to unlock another drink. It is still summertime, but it's going to be not summertime soon. That's a winter drink. That's a summer drink. That's a spring drink. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the winter drink. The eggnog latte. You can even see what it's need. You need a grinder and an espresso maker to make this. The one piece of equipment that I'm surprised they don't have me buy or track or have, you know, like quality measures of is like a refrigerator for like all the dairy that you need for this. Like, I know they don't want to bog you down. It's like, buy milk, buy cream, buy this, buy that, buy that. You know, you don't want to get bogged down with that minutia. Because, you know, I mean, they're already having you do the minutia of the coffee beans. But still, just like a fridge item would be makes sense if you wanted to get into the cold stuff. Or anything that required dairy. Which means you could get away with it with your earlier stuff, because those don't have the dairy in them. But once you get into dairy... Also, I saw in the patch notes, there's no animations for people to actually use the sugar table that we have here, but they're adding that in a future patch, where people actually go over and, you know, gussy up their drink a little bit with the sugar packs and the stirs and what have you. All right, let's get this eggnog latte. Let's go add that to our menu. Let's see, manage menus, winter menu, add drinks, eggnog, latte. And so in 2 seasons, that'll be a thing. Oh yeah, and it's also the new month, which means we can adjust your salary. You want 2K? Okay by me. What about you? You're getting up there. You know what? We're gonna give you. Yeah, I don't want to give him the 2K now, but we can go close to it just to get that full 20% performance boost. You still have 60 seconds left of that quality bonus here, so let's get some more marketing going. And yeah, we're about to get plenty more of that. I do actually want to order some more food now that we just blitzed some advertising, but let's get some money first. And now we can order the food. And now we should be getting some really high ratings for both customer service and for quality, because that's based on the barista skill, among other things. Like you still also need fresh beans, and like the grade of your equipment factors into it. There's a bunch of things that go into it, but the respective skill of your employees is a factor. All right, food's ready. They're going to use up the old batch first before we put out the new stuff, but now we have new stuff, so that was perfectly timed. Not a single customer needed to go without being able to choose food. Our pots are doing fine. Ooh, we just ran out of La Italia. Let us order more of that. So that we can keep our variety bonus going. Because that's where that taste comes in, where, you know, like this person, I almost guarantee that they're going to like the flavor here. Let's see what happens when they... Yeah, see, their flavor, they bought coffee, all that was offered was lume, but lume's a little on the sweeter side, and they bought a mocha, which is also on the sweeter side. Now, this whole quality coffee grading here, there's not much I can do to meet that right now, because all of my equipment limits my quality, my base grading quality, as opposed to like barista quality and whatnot at a 70. Once you get later in the game, that's when you can start getting into things that like better beans that have higher base quality, better equipment that has a higher grading cap, and then later on in the game you get to grind your own beans, and I haven't actually done that yet, so I don't know exactly the minutia, but my understanding is that you can try and get yourself some higher quality beans through the roasting skill. That's why our employees have a roaster skill here. Neither of them are going to use that, and we're not going to use that skill for quite some time. Alright, one left of the La Italia, and we just got the fresh bag of the stuff in, so that's good. How are we doing on our popularity? We're doing good. Plus 12. This guy really loved us. Yeah, quality, flavor. So this guy likes bitter. I betcha he ordered one of the La Italias, but just over ice. Now, our service is a little lacking, which is odd, because she's level 3. Maybe a training isn't, and she's got a really good service rating. Yeah, you know what? Maybe he's just picky. He could just be picky. Alright, let's speed things up just a smidge. Alright, Autumn is here. We got our autumn drink here. Alright, yeah, now you need La Italia. And lume, we're only down to 3 cups of lume left. Let's order some more lume. I know I could start transitioning into 3-pound bags, but I know that's going to go stale on us before. And in this case, I guess the quality kind of helps, especially since we're getting higher up in the reps. People are expecting the higher quality. I mean, we could go like super hyper blitz on marketing. Like I think we can, yeah, we can go into intermediate. We could drop a lot of money on marketing all at once, but then that would overwhelm our cashier, which would be counterproductive. And also those higher level ones are a lot more expensive. I think better to run multiples of the cheapies. Doing well on these. Tables are getting filled. Let me just see here. Service is still halfway. Yeah, service. They still want. They're still lacking for service. I guess people are expecting more. All right. So you know what? You're gonna get some training. You're level 3. You're gonna get level 3 service training. It's a deal. $7,000, but that's plus to service and also plus to speed too. All right, take it. I technically have not trained you before. Oh boy, everyone's going for seconds. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do training while you're doing advertising. That would be counterproductive. Alright, so that's La Italia. Get a fresh pot of Lume going. Yeah, I really think that the balancing factor of La Italia versus Lume, the sort of the sweeter coffee, or at least the less bitter bean, plus the ultra bitter blackened ash with water put through it. I still personally do not like dark coffee. I broke into a competitor and stole some information. Yeah, actually this gets you a recipe and it's a lot cheaper to do this. White mocha. Ooh. White mocha. Oh, and we're out of La Italia already. Speaking of, but let's go to our menu here. White mocha. So what? Is this a seasonal one? Oh, it's an all year one. That's actually really good because that means we can add it to all of our menus. Yeah, it is not a seasonal drink. White mocha is an anytime food or drink. Grinder and espresso. So yeah, that was $5K well spent. I don't even think we can we could normally unlock the white mocha. Yeah, that's way over here. That's like past level 5 here. So yeah, that was really, really fortuitous. Now the only other two ones, we have a spring drink coming up. Probably be in our best interest to unlock that one too. We can get the summer drink later on. We'll have enough money for the mocha frap, but let's get the blueberry frap. Toss that on the spring menu real quick. I know we don't necessarily need it right this second, but might as well do it before we forget about it. We are down to one pot of coffee. That is dangerous. So that's oh, we haven't. This is okay. Thank goodness. Talia, get in. Get brewing, please. And do we need a? We're still good on Lume, but not enough to brew a pot of it. We can order a thing of it just for brewing purposes. There's our last coffee flavored coffee. Oh, thank goodness. So if somebody goes up to buy coffee flavored coffee and you don't have it at that moment, they get basically a max negative rep. You basically get a big -10 hit, and that keeps going on until people until you have coffee flavored coffee available. And you can get a string of those. I've been stung with those. See, that's why I'm always sort of babysitting my pots here. We got lucky that last one didn't want coffee flavored coffee. They wanted an on-demand drink. All right, so yeah, we're gonna use the fresh beans of Loom. Or you know what? These beans are about to go south. Let's use them up because they're still technically fresh. So we might as well use them up. I mean, it's only going to fill it by 3. But then we can just make another pot. And our food is getting low, so let us order some of that. Yeah, the food, we're still sticking to the 1 crate of food. And I'm okay selling food at the okay quality. I'll toss it if it gets down to the rotten, but I don't think we're over ordering. There we go. Natural crowds pouring in. Also, since we leveled up, yeah, our decor rating is already pre-met to where it needs to be. So that's handy. Just keeping an eye on our pots. And yeah, our mini lume is done, which is fine. We'll just make another full pot of it now. And then we got to use up those beans before their freshness rating declined. Oh, hurry up, man. That is a string of coffee flavored coffee orders that just depleted our stuff. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to order some La Italia. You know what? What the hey? We're using this stuff up so quickly. I think it is time that we go for a 3-pound order. They'll be okay with just 1 type of coffee flavored coffee for the moment. All right, now let's put a dent into these. And we're going to want to advertise here because now we have a lot of beans to get rid of before they go sour here. So we're going to need some more. Yeah, I'm still not paying for those though, but the low-level campaigns I'm happy to pay for because they tend to pay for themselves. Yeah, see, this is what we want, like a steady stream that is keeping our cashier constantly busy, but not so busy that they can't keep up. And doing fine here. And you know what? I'm going to just keep pumping the campaign so that we can tear through our bean supply. We're also going to want to order some more lume, since we're tearing through our bean supply so much. Also probably want to order some more food since we're tearing through our supply so much. I mean, we could go for the 4K here. Do we want to go for the bigger order of food? I mean, we are tearing through it. Let's do it. We're just going to keep, advertising on full blitz here. As soon as it expires, we pop it on again. We just need to make sure we keep up with... You know what? I'm going to dump 1 coffee just so that we can get the brew going. So we don't run out of coffee-flavored coffee. Yeah, we got 100 cups worth of coffee and thing, and yeah, look at that. People going nuts. All right, and marketing ran out. We started again. Keep 'em coming, bartender. All right, that's Lume, so we need another Latalia. Keep up with our coffee-flavored coffee. We'll get that 5-star in no time, because every person we make happy contributes to our popularity. And you can see on here what the last increase was. So we're not hitting everybody's standards, but we're hitting enough of them that it's at least a net positive. And we have a promotion. All right, we're going to want to cool it with the advertising until we can bump his salary properly. Luckily, we only have to wait 1 week. Spring is here, and that means our new drink is available. Adjust your salary. We'll keep you at 2K. And Lume. Yeah, you know what? We're going to dump the Lume pot, make a new pot of it, get more marketing going. Still have a lot of supplies, so we want to make sure that everyone is... everyone's just working through our supply before everything starts going stale. As long as we use at least 2/3 of it, we've gotten our money's worth. Well, it's basically even Steven to ordering just the smaller bags. But anything that goes into the third one is just pure extra profit. The reason why these don't seem to last that long is we're on triple speed here. You know what? Let's throw in a newspaper. Let's go hog here. Ooh. The next reviewer will give a better score. Well, we are kind of due for a reviewer at some point, so that's good timing on that. And that buff lasts until the reviewer shows up, and then the reviewer giving us a good review. Oh my goodness. We spiked into the 160s there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, Latalia is only in okay range. You know what? We're gonna dump this one. We're gonna make another thing of Lume. And then I'm going to get, just because we technically did blow through that stuff. I mean, so the beans are starting to go a little south. Hear me. Don't order coffee-flavored coffee. You got 2 seconds. Phew. That was close. We got that in there just in time. All right, I really don't want to brew up a pot of OK, because that locks in the OK freshness. But then again, why not? And then for our supply, yeah, our food's going to definitely dip into the OK range, but that's still not too bad. Lume's about to drop into that. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to just the smaller bags. It was a worthwhile experiment, but we're not quite big enough of a coffee shop to make use of those bags before the stuff goes south. Yeah, we're getting there. Actually, this episode's getting kind of long, So I think I'm going to cut it here. In our next episode, we'll polish off our 5th star here, probably get our 5th level here, and then poke our head into our next shop. If you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!